than the moon and the sun. Be great at what you do, give it all of you, and trust the process and keep your eyes on the prize. I can tell you what I'm seeing. You can have it if you dream it. Just be brave and you'll achieve it all. It all. I wanna know if you really want it, and if you do, then just shout it loud and clear. I wanna know if you really need it, and if you do, then just shout it loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. Shout it loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear, loud and clear. Shout it loud and clear.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. All right, let's get started. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. All right, it has a bit of an echo coming in here. Let me just figure this out why that is happening. Okay, not really sure. This is not good. Why do we have an echo? Hang on a second here. And if I hit this button here, it might help. Does that help? Is that better? So you need an echo. I think if I cut this one off here. Okay, how about this? Is that better? All right, somebody please put in the questions box if there's an echo. If you can still hear me okay, let me know. If you can hear me okay, punch up a yes. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Let's get started.
Recording in progress.
All right, good evening and good evening and welcome to another edition of Week-In Review here, DayTradeSPY.com's Week-In Review. My name is Hugh and it is Sunday, July the 7th, 2024. That is me with my beautiful dog, Lucy, 12 years old. Unfortunately, I may have some bad news for you coming up here in the next couple of days. She might be going in to be put down, and she's not doing very well at all. She can hardly stand up, only with anyway, great deal of difficulty. But anyway, she's not doing well at all. So we'll see what happens, and certainly she's a Bernese Mountain Dog, so really they're supposed to live anywhere from 6 to 8 years of age. We got 12 years out of her, so we love her, but maybe it might be time to go in the next few days. So anyway, we'll see what happens. All right, by attending this webinar, I fully understand, accept the financial risks involved in trading securities. Risk of loss can be substantial. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your personal investment objectives and financial resources. By accessing this webinar, I understand that you're not receiving any advice as to what I want to buy or sell, but are simply receiving information for educational purposes only, folks. You're only responsible for your own trading. Past performance does not guarantee future results. I think you know all that. That's the standard disclaimer we have to put up here on the board. And there I am, live and in living color. Here it is. Sunday, beautiful Sunday right here in Western New York. I hope it's that where you are as well. And I have some questions for you along the way here. Yes, it is a sad day when you have to say goodbye to your dog, but we'll see what happens. Got our fingers crossed here, folks. There's our fingers right there. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty bad. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, let's get started here. Let's move along here. Please, there's a questions box for your questions and comments. You'll find a little questions box icon on your Zoom dashboard. Just click on that. I'm the only one that sees that, so I'll go ahead and say whatever you want. All right, got a couple questions here for you this evening here, folks, please. Have you ever taken any other courses or trading rooms? Just want to get an idea as to if you have or not. So I know what kind of what I'm putting up against here. All right. Okay, Rod T. Still haven't received a logbook you're entitled to. Please email customer service at DayTradeSPY on that. Tell them you are entitled to it. That should be out. If you don't hear back from them by tomorrow, Rod, let me know, okay? And we'll certainly get on that. So thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, she had a real tough time last night and today, and you just know when they're coming up, and had some people um, uh, give me some tips on how to help her with arthritis and different things. But anyway, neither here nor there right now. So, all right. So thank you for that. Thanks, Brian, everybody. Okay. A lot of people have taken other courses. Okay. Okay. Wow. There's some that haven't. So I'm taking it that many of you are probably, I don't know. I mean, okay, I'll tell you a little bit of background on myself too, and a little bit here. So, all right, gives you an idea here. Gives me an idea. And yes, this webinar is being recorded, and it will be available on the website, daytradespy.com. So, definitely check it out. Probably tomorrow they'll have it uploaded. Here's what we're going to do today here, give you a bit of an introduction. It's going to be a weekend review. We'll take a look at next week as well. It's going to be a bit of a beachside chat. Used to be fireside chat up until a couple of weeks ago, but given the fact that it's a beautiful summer out here, we're moving to the beach, and how we can help you. And also we got some top tips from the trenches. And that's coming up at the end there. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. So make sure you stick around to the end. So got another question here for you. What is your trading experience, folks? Punch up one if you're a novice or brand new to options. You don't know what they are at all. Just to give you an idea, because I'll tell you, we've got a lot of people online here. Many names I don't recognize. People come from all over the place. So I want to get an idea of that. Also, if you have some experience, if you know what calls and puts are, but you don't know what the Greeks are, for example, that's some experience. Punch up a 2. And if you're very experienced and you know what the Greeks are, you're making money, you're not making money, you're just here, you're looking for some improvement, punch up a 3. Again, there's no test on this one. It's just sort of a self-assessment as to where you see yourself. And please don't be shy. There's no shame in punching up a 1 or a 2. Okay. A lot of 2s and 3s. Okay. There's a few ones, but well, not too many. Thank you for that, Mark. He says, thanks to you and Aaron, I put myself at a 3. Aaron's not gone. He's yes, Matthew, 3 weeks he's gone. He's got today off. I'm thinking what we might do is have him do the Wednesday nights, and I'll do the Sunday nights, just to give ourselves a bit of a break there, So we might do it that way. We're gonna see if we can do it that way. A little sun beaming down on me here. I gotta close the blinds. There we go. So and that's cool. That's cool. All right, a lot of 3s, some 2s, and a couple of 1s in there. Yes, Nancy, fur baby. I know. All right, a little bit of a background. I'll tell you a bit about myself, folks. My name is Hugh, and most of what I learned here is from the trenches. So I learned, okay, so I come from a corporate America background, all right? Used to be an internal auditor, and started trading on the side. And before I knew it, I was actually doing better trading than I was working. So eventually I left that and just got into trading. But and I took a lot of courses, different things, focused on that when my own financial advisors, because I've been putting a lot of money in with these guys, when I realized they blew out my account, half my account, I realized I have to learn how to do this myself. So I essentially called him up, my buddy Mike, his name was Mike. Why did you lose half my account? And I mean, it was partly my fault, I guess, because I had not bothered checking the statements that they had sent us. A little irony in that, me, an internal auditor, not checking my own statements. But I figured, oh, Mike, he's a friend of mine. He's going to take care of my retirement. Going to be pleasantly surprised down the road. I was unpleasantly shocked at what I ended up having in my account. It was not good at all. So I learned how to do this myself. Now, I did take a lot of courses. Admittedly, I did learn a few things here and there, but most of what I learned, that deep, dark, the stuff that really matters, that's what I learned from my own trading experiences. And there's a ton of stuff. So I thought I'd take some of these things that I learned and put them into my tips at the end of the session here. I've only got, I think, 10 of them. So, but there's a lot of stuff that I learned, and that's really where I think the the real learning comes from when you lose, right? When you lose and you go back and you assess, why did I lose? What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did the market just is this an outlier trade? Did the market just turn on me? Did I misread something? What changed? How could I have improved? How could I have made things better? Anyway, I've been learning how to do this, and I've been teaching this internationally now since 2010. We're in our 15th year doing this because people saw that I was making some money, so they started asking me, "Here, what are you doing? And can you show me?" And that's what started by accident, actually, 15 years ago. And we're still here. Stronger than ever, I may add too. So I look at short-term breakout trades for small multiple gains daily. I figure it's those singles and doubles that wins the race rather than shooting for home runs, shooting for the fences, as they say. Yes, we all get them once in a while, and it's great when you get those, but if that's what you're always aiming for, you're going to strike out a lot as well. So I like to build my account with those small daily gains. I mean, that's kind of my philosophy on that one here. Now, Aaron, on the other hand, he mastered deep dive technical analysis back in his teens, back in high school. He'd been spending a lot of time in the library analyzing different charts, different companies, different things. And he worked as a technical analyst for a $150 million commodity fund before joining us here at DayTradeSPY. He identifies excellent longer-term, high-probability trades. That's his specialty. And he had joined us, and so he and I do the trading room together. And we have a little saying that goes something like this: when our indicators unite, our trades ignite. And that is simply because he has his set of indicators and I have my set of indicators. And if we say the market is going up, and he says it and I say it, it's probably going up. You might want to look at call options. All right. All right. Going to give you another quick quiz here. What is your daily goal, folks? What is your daily goal in trading options? Just punch up here A, B, C, D, what you are looking to earn in the as you get better at it. What's sort of what will you be content with? A couple $100 a day, 500 a day. I've got some people doing a lot more than $1,000 a day. Okay. Some people are doing extremely well at this. We want to see what your goal is here. Okay. All right. Some D's, C's. Okay. Starting with A's. No shame in starting with A's, let me tell you. All right. There's a lot of B's and C's, some D's, it's a good mix, actually. All right. There's a really good mix. Okay. I love it. Okay. Some people just starting out. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Even if let's say your goal is only $100 a day. I shouldn't say only. If it's $100 a day, that's what, $500 a week. That's $25,000 a year, isn't it? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you're doing what, $200 a day, that's $1,000 a week, right? That's what, $50,000 a year. Isn't that kind of the average salary for an American, a yearly salary, about 54,000 a year or something? It's not that difficult making a couple $100 a day. So, and of course, anything over that, it's a bonus, right? Good to have that. Okay, so, all right, beachside chat. Liz, we're going to talk about some of these things. What is your pain? I want to ask you in the questions box if you want to put this up there, and we'll address them. What is your pain with courses and trading rooms that you had experienced in the past? I know a lot of people had these. Kind of want to know what that is. And do you have any seed capital? What's your seed capital? $5,000 to get started. Do you have that? Do you accept the fact that training first, maybe rather than just jumping right in, is probably not a bad way of doing this? And simply put, are you willing to put in the time and effort? All right. And I kind of want to see what that's going to be like. And and yeah, and we'll see how you're doing with that. We got a comment here. Looks like your internet connection needs improving. Freezing up sounds iffy. It's on your side, not ours. Oh, anybody else having internet issues? I'm not sure if mine is a little spotty or not. I don't know how I can fix it or not. It's I mean, that's the only comment that I've got here. Okay, a lot of questions coming in here. But first we're going to start with the week in review. This is what the week looked like here. Started out on Monday, we had some PMI reports. All right. PMI reports, they pulled SPY down to support right at that 543 level. Buyers saw that was a good buying opportunity. They rallied it right back up to near its close. They closed it near the open. So that's kind of a nothing day at the end of the day, although we jumped, we pulled down and then came back up here. On Tuesday, Fed Chair Powell was in Europe, I think Portugal. He took part in a panel discussion there or something. That, together with the JOLTS job openings report, took prices higher by the end of the day. We ramped that up pretty good. I think it went up to about 548 or so, 549 even. That was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, getting ready for the holiday, the July 4th holiday, it's a short day of trading. Wednesday, we wrapped it up at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Typically ends on a high note heading into the July 4th holiday, and it did not disappoint this year as well. Markets were closed on Thursday, of course. And on Friday, so we kept at that lofty position all through the pre-market. On Friday, we had employment numbers combined with the prospects of a Trump win that pushed SPY to a record high. Now, normally politics don't really play into it, but what happens is the market kind of responds and reacts to the policies of the politics, of the politicians, of the likely wins. So there's a lot of talk of Biden stepping down or getting booted out or whatever, and a lot of chatter about him, about Biden losing the debate, and it's a shoo-in for Trump and whatnot. And I'm not getting political here or anything like that. I'm just saying that the market seems to take that in stride, and with the various Trump policies, the market seems to like that a lot, combined with the employment numbers that we had, which kind of came as expected. It looks like market headed up higher, and we actually saw a record high of 555, a little over 555, 555.05. I mean, that was a pretty good day on Friday for anybody playing or trading calls. I shouldn't say playing, I don't like that. So, all right. So week-in review, S&P 500 ran up 2% year to date. So here it is, first half of the year already. We're over 16, almost 17% to the good. NASDAQ is up over 22%, and the Dow is up only about 4.5% week-in review. Economy showed signs of cooling, as does inflation. That's a positive sign for interest rate cuts, right? And if inflation continues to moderate, but does not enter into recession, SPY should continue to perform well in the second half of this year. And we have here a little chart showing the Institute for Supply and Manufacturing and Services indexes that have been softening and fell to contraction last month. And that, of course, is a good sign for interest rates. And that if this falls into a contraction mode, interest rates will probably be going down. The magic number is 50. That is the magic number in determining whether we're in a contractual or an expansion mode of the economy, and they have both been coming down. The services PMI is still a little bit higher, but it had now popped down and sort of caught up to the under the 50 level there for June as well. And the manufacturing PMI has been riding that low sort of for most of the year here. So all looking good, folks. All looking good. From a seasonal standpoint, this here is a seasonal chart. Okay, let me just expand this. That blue line at the top is where SPY is now. All right, and the red line is a composite of the last 5 years closing price on the daily chart. Okay, and if we take a look and zoom right into this thing here, we can see that SPY rose about 4 points last week from a seasonal standpoint. And if this maintains what it did the last 5 years, we can expect SPY to rise again another couple of points in the week following. Whether that happens or not, don't really know. We do have some interesting news items that are going to be coming out this week that we might see a bit of a pullback. Not really sure. We are going to be looking at some volatility in the coming days. All right, looking forward, Monday is going to be a low or no news day. Not much on the schedule there. On Tuesday, we've got Fed Chair Powell testifying. I believe he is testifying, yes, with the Senate Banking Committee. Day one of a 2-day affair. We also have Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen speaking, and hawkish Fed member Michelle Bowman will also be speaking on Tuesday. Frankly, I expect SPY might be dropping on Tuesday because of that. Wednesday, not much news other than again, Fed Chair Powell testifies again day 2 on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we've got the Consumer Price Index, unemployment claims, and hawkish Fed members Bostic and Muslim also speak on Thursday. On Friday, we've got a PPI report. What is that? Producer Price Index, consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations also coming up on Friday. Bottom line on all that, I expect low volatility on Monday, but elevated for the rest of the week with the news items that are coming out. Okay, elevated throughout the news, throughout the rest of the week for that. So my recommendation there, trade small, trade off, and watch that markets just may pull back a little bit here during Powell's testimony. He is definitely going to be moving the markets, all right? There's going to be some market moves on during his testimony, both up and down. I notice that when he speaks, he says things that are very positive and also some negative. So just be very careful with how your trading goes on that one. All right. Folks, there are many opportunities every day to make money on the stock market. We teach you how to spot them and how to trade them. And we do that in the trading room. I want to talk about the trading room because I've been getting a lot of people asking about that, and that's one of the reasons I asked that question earlier on. I can tell you, I don't know if we had I'm pretty sure we had a newsletter already going with the trading room, or there's one coming up. I can't remember if that's been published yet or not, but years ago, many years ago, when I started, of course, I was in the trading room. In fact, I was on both sides of a trading room in the past, and I found some of the weaknesses in other trading rooms to be many. Okay, I found that essentially who was in front of the microphone at any particular time, whoever the most charismatic person was, seemed to have control of the trading room. Whether they knew anything or not was somewhat irrelevant. But we used to have a trading room that I'd be involved with, and it went from every day from 9 o'clock till 4. And of course, it wasn't, even though it was open to, I think we had probably about 10, 12 people that were kind of involved in that, but not everybody was on at the same time. But if you had other people, other participants on, and if they were not listening, we'd be talking about all kinds of different stocks. And if somebody says, well, sell this or sell that, well, you don't know if that they buy it earlier, that it was a purchase the day before, a couple days before. You didn't really know the status of anything. You're just kind of trying to put these puzzle pieces together. Anyway, we learned a lot from those other trading rooms. The first thing we learned was not to monopolize your time. All right, to expect people to be part of this, from 9 till 4 o'clock every day or something, that's quite a bit to expect. Our trading rooms are different. They are events. We get together every morning, all right, 9:20 to 10:30. So these are actually events. So a lot of those things, and I'm just throwing out as an example, but a lot of those things that we learned from those other trading rooms, we've invoked into those lessons into our trading rooms, which makes it why it's so popular and so attractive, and the longevity of it. These are live teach and trade workshops. That's exactly what they are. We teach you what we trade what we teach, and we moderate this. Aaron and I moderate this. I will say we are expert traders because we got, between Aaron and myself, we have over 40 years market experience. So I think we did learn a few things along the way. All right, so we've got a share out there. So and this is where strategies come alive. Again, every morning, 9:20 to 10:30. By 10:30, done. I mean, admittedly, we do go a couple minutes over sometimes, but we try and wrap it up by 10:30. Try and get some trades in during that time, and we narrate everything that we're looking at. We come on. Okay, so here's how it looks. At 9 o'clock, we open it up. You'll hear music, just like you did here. That music is not there to entertain you as much as to make sure that your audio is alive and well. If you're not hearing music, make sure you check your hardware and software, check your speakers, and make sure everything is working. Because one thing, and I don't know, I'm sure many of you have been on sessions and webinars and where somebody comes on at 9 o'clock or whatever, and then you spend the next 15, 20 minutes trying to get the technology to work, right? Well, we don't want that. By 9:20, we're ready to go, and you better be ready to go. And this way, we're all set, right, for the trading day. At 9:20, we open it up and we discuss the news of the day. We look at the futures. We look and kind of see what happened last night, what's coming up as far as news, fundamentals. We look at technicals. We look at chart patterns, establish some support and resistance lines, different things like that. All right. And then we have a pretty good idea as to where the markets are going to go that day, or how we're going to trade it, what we're going to be looking at, different things like that. And then as soon as the opening bell comes, we look for the setups, make sure that we've got plenty of room to grow into when we place our trades. One thing you don't want to do is place a trade, but there's simply not enough room to grow into, and then it reverses on you, right? There's a lot of things that go into a trade. And when we actually suggest any trades, those are generally high probability trades. There's just not willy-nilly, oh, let's just jump into a trade. No, there's method to that madness. All right. So that's what we do. Our sessions are interactive. Just like this, you'll be able to ask questions, and Aaron and I are the only ones to see them. And it's exciting trading. I'm gonna admit, I'm just as excited to get into that trading room every morning now as I was the first day I did it, even more so. Because the more I know, the better, the better you get, the more you know, and just simply you get better results, right? And when you understand a few things like this, it's kind of exciting to beat the market at its own game. And again, we teach what we trade what we teach. These are actually really cool sessions. We also have a lot of fun. All right. So you can watch us make some real trades, real setups using real money. We also do sim trades as well. All right. And we'll test out a lot of different things. But we also do, again, real trades and whatnot. And again, if you have any questions, you get them answered in real time. I remember a while ago, I guess it was probably a couple of years ago, I had somebody, after the trading room, they would send me a series of questions. And I used to answer the questions. And eventually I said to this person, look, the trading room is the venue to do this because you asked me the questions after the fact. I got to kind of go back and see what happened. And frankly, we don't have a lot of time to answer, hundreds of questions that way. That's why we have that in the trading room. And if you have any questions there, chances are you're actually asking on behalf of many other people that are probably in the back of their minds are asking the same question as well. So please just ask, and nobody knows who you are. It's not like, your name's out there. Oh, yeah, it's a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. Now, I'll be honest with you. If you're going to be asking what's a call and what's a put, well, we got to take that conversation sort of over to the side. But if you know what calls and puts are, you belong in the trading room. All right. If you know what calls and puts are, you belong in the trading room. Let that sink in. You don't have to know everything. That's why we're there. We teach you this stuff. All right. We teach you this stuff. Get them answered in real time. And I guess probably the reason that we're the longest running live trading room since 2010 in our 15th year that I know of. I always want to qualify that. I'm not aware of any other trading room that has been there longest. And I tend to think we're doing something right. So, and a lot of people have gone through that and continue going through. And I want to tell you something else about the trading room. The longer you're in it, the better trader you're going to be. That's just a simple, true fact. We've got some people that have been in there for years and years, and they're doing very, very well. Um, and and I mean, it's just a fact because you're going to be more exposed to more things. I mean, that's just the way it is. So the more exposure you have, obviously, right? The more exposure we have, and we're able to disseminate this information among the group, you're going to get pretty good at what we're doing. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So I think that's kind of important. All right, so let's move on to the trading room. Tell you a little bit about it. Of course, the question is, well, how much is the trading room? The trading room, folks, is we've got a special. Okay, so if you go to the website, I believe the website has it listed for it, and they have to put it up here for kind of this sort of standard price. I'm just gonna see. I think it's like $39.95 a year or something. It's a yearly price. And I know that a lot of people don't want to commit yet for a year without knowing, what it's all about. But I will say that if you do even commit for a year, here it is right here. If you go to trading room, subscribe now. There is a money back guarantee. All right, we're not here to steal your money or commit you or tie you down, handcuff you, or anything like that. We do give you look at this. First 30 days membership, receive a full and prompt refund. If you really don't like it, if it's not for you, whatever, you get your money back. Simple as that. The question is, do you want the yearly for $39.90, or do you want it for the special price of where is it? Special price of $6.99 for 3 months. Give it a try for 3 months. To do that, what you have to do is contact customer service and ask them for the special price, the $6.99 for 3 months for the trading room. All right. I'm pretty sure they're going to give it to you. If they don't give it to you, let me know. Okay. Excuse me. You should be able to get this for $6.99 for 3 months. Now, look, if you look at that for 3 months, that works out to about $233. That works out to, I think, a little over $10 a session. $10 a session, access to 2 professional expert traders, mentoring service. Honestly, I can't think of a better deal than that. All right, that is a really good deal, and you'll have a mentor in your back pocket there to help you along. I think when you look at it like that, I don't really know. Is that a Subway sandwich even? I don't even, I think a Subway sandwich every day costs you more than that. Uh, so, which is really nothing. And the information, the value, knowledge you're going to glean from this is going to be outstanding. All right, it's going to be just absolutely outstanding. So, I think you'll want to get in on that. Don't miss it. All right, let's get into our beachside chat now, and I'm going to go back and check out some of the many questions that we have here coming in. Oh my gosh, hundreds of them. Let me just kind of go through near the top here. Was there a June 30th week in review? Yes, there was. Should be online. If it's not, again, please contact customer service for the June 30th week in review. That should be online. I think if that's not online, maybe check the YouTube version because this is out on YouTube as well. So this should be on YouTube as well, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, we're not going to get into specific people's trades here. Okay, this is not the venue for this. Okay. Okay. Good faith violations. Yeah, keep an eye on that good faith violation. Who wrote that? Rod, you want to make sure that, okay, so that comes from this $25,000 rule, all right, as a pattern day trader. If you have less than $25,000 in your trading account, you can only trade 3 times round trip in a 5-day period. And the way to get around that is to get a cash account, which enables you to trade as much as you want, as long as you have the cash to back up your trades. Okay, so ask for it, excuse me, instead of a margin account, ask for a cash account. You should be fine. All right, and that usually works. I do know of other people who do have margin accounts at several trading account they have several trading accounts, some with the same company. So and let's say you do get a good faith violation and they lock you out for 60 days, you can just open up another trading account, even with the same firm, and transfer your money from one account to the other, and off you go. But just watch for that. So you want to make sure of that. And then again, that only applies if you have a margin account. I believe if you're outside of the US, that doesn't apply. So that just applies for Americans, right? Okay. Yes, thank you very much for all your concerns with my dog Lucy. She has been the love of our life for many years, and it's amazing how even now she seems to be happy. But she's not mobile. She can't walk, and it's just a horrible thing here coming. I'm not sure I'm going to be in the trading room tomorrow. Thank you for that, Bob Damascus here. We're getting the worst part of barrel coming through and on us. Oh my gosh, tomorrow. Yeah, hunker down if you're in the path of the hurricane. You don't want to be caught in that. So thank you for that, Larry. Okay, yes, this is recorded. It's on YouTube as well as recorded. You should get the recording on the website, DayTradeSPY.com. Okay. Okay. Just reading some of these comments here. Thank you so much to you and Aaron. I learned a lot from you both. I'm now a much more confident trader in learning. Where do I get more proficient with Thinkorswim? JP, Jai. Okay, mark this date. I haven't talked about this too much, but I want you to mark this date down on your calendars. July the 30th. You should see some marketing going out for this. We are going to have a webinar, a very special workshop on setting up. Let me ask you the question, actually. Are you interested in having a special workshop setting up Schwab Thinkorswim? Let me know in the questions box. Setting up Schwab Thinkorswim. Okay, I want to know if you guys are interested in that. All right, because that would be of interest. Because if there's not enough interest, they're not going to have it. Okay, if you're interested in it, that works. I've got a comment here from Alan. $6.99 for 3 months is cheaper. Yes, it's cheaper buying the 3 months, the quarterly, than it is to buy the year. You have to have a price on the thing, but if you do buy it, if you contact customer service, you'll get it for the cheaper price. That's exactly what I was trying to tell you. That's why. Okay, definitely yes. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of yeses with setting up. So what this would entail is the TD not the TD. It used to be TD Ameritrade. The Schwab Thinkorswim. We're going to show you. Okay, it's a very, very powerful program. We're not going to show you everything about it. That would be like an all-week kind of a training session, and we don't use that. I only use certain segments of Thinkorswim, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly how we have it set up, so you can use exactly the same tools we use. Everything, nothing left unturned there. No leaf left unturned. All right, so we're going to show you exactly how we have our our Schwab Thinkorswim set up. Not just the charts, but also the option chains as well. So I'll show you some pretty cool tricks on how to use Thinkorswim. I think that would be a really cool thing. I know a lot of people would really like that. I get questions on that all the time, and yes, there is going to be a Q&A session, and we're also going to be getting into that in a big way. And yeah, okay, there's going to be a lot of cool things in there. So okay, that's good. That's good that you people like that, which I think they're going to see the results of that questionnaire, and so I think they're probably going to go ahead with that workshop. I don't know what the cost is really, but I would budget an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 3/4 for that. We'll try and compress it into less than 2 hours for the Schwab Thinkorswim setting up charts. Setting up not just charts, but the option chains as well on Thinkorswim. Okay. Thank you for that, Mike G. Love the 6% strategy. Got 6 consecutive days without making any trading mistakes. Good to hear that. A lot of good comments coming in here. Okay. Okay, moving to longer expiration options per recommendations helped immensely along with patience and of course technical trading techniques you both teach. Thank you. Yeah, Tom J here. Funny being an auditor. Yeah, I know. It's like, what do they say? The dentist's kids got the worst teeth or something. Yeah, I used to be an auditor, but I never bothered to check my own statements. I guess after working all day and looking through paper all day, the last thing I want to do is my own. I thought, oh, I'll just wait and see, and I'll be pleasantly surprised at my retirement. I had this is in reference to my own financial advisors knocking out my account, half my account. I guess that I paid attention. It wouldn't have dropped as low as it did. Of course, they always say things like, well, you know, you want to average down now and it's the long run and all this stuff, right? You ever hear that? Man, I'm not going to live long enough. If I wait long run with you guys, it'll be down to zero. Don't forget, if you lose 50%, that means you have to make 100% to make up for it, right? And I envision that, my gosh, instead of my kids having a nice future or a, you know, good education, they're going to be, you know, I don't know, they're gonna what, join the workforce after high school, and I don't know, I just can envision this. I accepted the fact that I'd probably be okay with pouring coffee at my local coffee shop in my 80s, the way this is going, but I knew I had to change something. And I said to myself, you know what, I'll be damned if my kids' education is going to suffer. That's why I had to get control of that whole trading and investing aspect of things. You know what's really funny is how much we plan. We plan our lives, we plan the weekends, we plan our vacations, we plan all these things, but how few of us actually spend a lot of time planning our financial future. We just kind of hand it off to these professionals, right? That's what they do. They're professionals. And we think they know better than we do. I've got news for you. All right. In this day and age with the internet, we have all the information at our fingertips, just like anybody else, right? You have all the information right there, right on your fingertips, just as much as anybody else, including the professionals. And maybe they've been at it a little bit longer, but um, there's no reason you can't do this yourself. You know, it's just like you don't need a travel agent to plan a vacation. Used to be, if you want to go somewhere, call up the travel agent and okay, they'll map out the flights and everything else. Well, you can do that now. You can do that with trading as well, right? Where you need extra skill, of course, is emotional control and all that wonderful stuff. That's all stuff that's very important, and we teach that. We get into all of that. That's all part of our training as well. All right, let me get into some of these other questions here. I don't want to kind of keep you. And then what we're going to do is get into the tips that I've learned from the trenches, which is actually really pretty cool. I think you're going to like it. Oh man, I'm scrolling through millions of questions here. Okay. All right, a lot of these goals here. Okay. My pain is losing. Yeah, we're going to stop, Tom, we're going to stop that losing. Whatever you're doing, stop. And you know what? If you are losing real money, here's what I want you to do right now. Stop trading real money. Get back into paper trades. So here's what I recommend to people starting out. Start with paper trades. Do 20, 30 good, 40 good paper trades. Log them in your log. Do your paper trades. Analyze them. And when you're comfortable, transition to real money starting small. But do 20 paper trades, one real trade. Then do another 4 or 5 paper trades, another real trades, another 4 or 5 paper trades, another real trade. Do that for a while. Don't just cold turkey go into real trades and away you go. All right. You're not, it comes with experience. It comes with emotional control. It comes with how do you handle a loss when the market's going against you? Like so many, especially new traders, they panic and they sell for a loss. And like so many new traders, they continue watching it like it's still their own trade. Then they see that, oh my gosh, had I waited 20 minutes, it would have come back to a profit. Why did I sell? Why did I sell? Um, so these are all questions. Okay, let's see. Going through here. Lots of trading rooms and gurus just want to sell you more training programs. Our goal is actually the trading room. That's our, that's what we want to sell you, if you want to call it that, because that's what the learning is. All right, that's where you're going to learn the most. And again, with the many years of experience with this, it's just it's just a natural that so all the information we know, we don't hide it. We want you to know, because the better trader you're going to be, you're going to tell other people, you're going to make money, you're going to, teach your kids, your family, you're going to, our goal is to make great traders out of you people, right? A lot of systems don't work. I had over $15,000 in other courses here. Always train first if I can, and do and spend the time, folks. Spend the time. Cutting losses early, getting training. Yes. Sometimes cutting losses can be difficult, but marketing most times does not match the actual. Marketing makes it sound easy and profitable. Actual is never real easy and supremely profitable. Some firms are incredible marketers, but it's got to match up to the marketing, right? Okay, all day trade spy trades for winners for me last week. Good to hear that. What is the dark gray columns on the screen? I don't know what that is. I don't know what your dark gray columns are, Tom. Not sure what you're looking at here. Okay. Up over 50% for the week on these trades. Nice to see that. Okay. Janet, please quit yelling. Haven't heard much from her lately, so okay. Again, sorry, I'm just scanning through some of these comments here. Easier to hit a pair of 3% trades, the same as a 6% gain. Sounds like scalps are the way to go. I love scalping. That's one of our strategies, scalping. I just love scalping. So much easier to pick up a few cents over and over and over again, all right? Markets don't go in straight lines, folks. They don't go straight lines up or down. They zigzag. They zigzag up, they zigzag down, they zigzag all over the place. Very, very much so. And you can't let it spook you out when that happens. Do you ever try XPS instead of SPY? Many, many years ago, XPS is that it? XPS? That's the basket of the top 500 stocks. It's more expensive, less volume. So I find that SPY is just simply the best. SPY is the stock that follows the top 500 stocks, and it's actually the really thing here. So, will Aaron show how to set up a trade from the 1+1 strategy during the trading room time? He should be. He should be on tomorrow. Mark, if you're on tomorrow, ask him on that how to set up his 1+1 charts or whatever he uses Fibonacci and Andrew's pitchfork and different things like that. After the initial pick of the day trade, how many others can you get the rest of the day, or do you think that's inadvisable? This past Friday, I was able to get 4 more trades. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, we had a webinar session, our workshop on the bread and butter strategy. The bread and butter strategy, and actually that gives you multiple entries a day. So if you're familiar with the bread and butter strategy, you can get in and out several times, many times a day. And if you're not familiar with that, if you have not taken that course, go to the website DayTradeSPY up at the top right under workshops, online workshops. Click on that. I think that's up there already. I believe it sells for $249 maybe. Let's take a look here. This is it here on online workshops. Go to the bread and butter strategy workshop. There it is right there. There's the recording. Click on that, $249. And I'll tell you, it's a bargain at 10 times the price. It is a bargain at 10 times the price. Okay. If you're subscribing to DayTradeSPY, what happens to that service if you're in the trading room? You are subscribed to the DayTradeSPY trading room. You're in the trading room. I'm in the trading room. We're both in the trading room. You're thinking about the signal. The signal is another strategy that we have, another program that we have. That's a separate one. You get the signal as well. Okay. Okay, let's see. Jerry's saying, I see captions of the transcript of the Zoom. Is it possible to have a copy of the transcripts available for us for review later? A copy of this webinar will be placed on the website probably tomorrow morning. They should have that up and running here. We don't send out transcripts, but it should be available online. I don't know about the transcripts, but the recording of it as well. So, okay, all right. I'm going to go scroll down past some of these other comments. Lots of yeses here. Okay, I didn't record some of my recent results here. My results are fine. Every week I give you results, and I do well as a rule. Sometimes I trade more than others. I generally don't trade all that much. Not like I used to years ago, but I still do very well. Okay. Will you raise by profit target from 7 to 10%? You know what? If you keep your profit target reasonable, 5, 6, 7%, you'll generally get filled more often than if you're shooting for 10%. And I like to make, say, 2, 5, or 6% gains rather than one 10% gain. Okay. Another question here, if you sign up for the trading room, do you get the trade of the day in the room, or do you have to buy that too? That is the pick of the day is a separate subscription, although we talk about that later in the trading room after the results, okay? But that is a separate result. That is a separate trading room here. Okay. All right, love your service. Thanks for that, John. 10 winners of 6% plus. Until a loss that was pulling out that I was pulling out on me, that loss that was on me pulling out, only to watch that it would have filled 30 minutes later. Yeah, concerning stop losses, I generally don't like to use them. I know some people like to use them. So we told people, okay, if you want to use a stop loss, put in a 40%. Rarely will it ever get hit, but if you really insist on a stop. But I like to manage my positions in a different way. So okay. Where can I find a trade log for the pick of the day? David, when you say log, you mean a log that you prepare or a history of our trades? We don't keep a history of our trades on that. We have it, but we don't disseminate that. But I think our success rate is somewhere around 93, 94% or something for the pick of the day, something like that. So I want to get back to some of these questions here because I see it's 8:51 right now. I don't want to keep it too long here. We've got our top tips from the trenches. This is a segment right here. I'm going to punch up right now, and here is number one. Where is it? Number one, number one, number one, number one. Perseverance, folks. Perseverance. Look, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. I know a lot of people get into trading, they blow up their account, then they're gone. Look, it's like anything else, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to get good. You're not going to take one course or look at a book or an ebook or something and suddenly you're an expert trader. That's just not the reality of it. All right. The best traders that I've seen are the ones that have been doing this for a very long time. All right. You'll probably be months into this before you kind of get sort of good at it. Depends, of course, on how quickly you pick it up. And there's so many variables that go into this. There's the your risk tolerance, how much your capitalization is, how well you understand our programs, how well you understand reading the markets, how well you understand interpreting the fundamentals, the news, how well you understand interpreting the technicals, how well you understand interpreting the expectations of the fundamentals. So here's what happens a lot of times. The economic news might be good, and you'll get an initial reaction of a jump in the stock. But then after the mainstream media pundits start analyzing and say, well, wait a second, that's good for the economy. That means the economy is going to be growing, and therefore inflation and the interest rates are going to be not coming down. And so then you see, instead of continued growth, you see a drop. You have to understand how these knee-jerk reactions happen. You have to know these head fakes. You have to learn all this stuff, all right? All this stuff. But perseverance, always, stay with the program, stay with it. Paper trade, budget a fair bit of money for training and the programs. And it's like anything else. If you want to compare this to a college education, I can assure you this is much cheaper than a 3, 4, 5-year college education. That after graduation, you might, if you're lucky, get an interview, right? And then if you're very, very lucky, you get the job, and then your boss will tell you what he wants in his coffee, right? And what time you're going to take your breaks and lunch and when you can go home. I've had a lot of people go through our programs and career changing, right? Career changing trading is career changing. They've left their respective careers, and some people have left some very, very good careers, medical field, law, engineering. They've become great traders. But I tell them, don't leave your day job until you really understand what you're doing here. This is not a joke. And yes, you can blow out your money. I was talking to a friend of mine here the other day. He said he blew out $365,000. How could you do that? I said, how? I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was better than I said. You were better than that. In fact, you're doing very well. In fact, you're trading SPY. Why did you veer off SPY? He said, I don't know. I kept looking for something else. I said, I'm going to tell you, you're an idiot, right? You're an idiot. When you find something that works, stay with it. And that takes us to number 2. When you find a suitable strategy, stay with it. You might have to tweak it as necessary, but when I say the strategy you're comfortable with. Some people like swing trading, other people like, I don't know, position trading or whatever. I'm not saying our strategy is the be all and end all. It works extremely well for me and many people that I know. But other people might be interested in other things. I don't know. I don't touch currency. I don't touch commodities. I don't touch anything other than, I don't even buy equities anymore. I don't have any equities. I'm in cash. Cash is king. I trade a little bit on SPY, make a few bucks every day in, every day out. I hope to be in cash at the end of the day. That's my objective. But so you may have to, get a strategy that fits your style, your time, your constraint, your personality, your budget, your everything, and possibly tweak it if necessary. It's not that hard to do. All right. Number 3, news moves markets, but also work with the technicals. Don't ignore the technicals. Work them together. And that's why you need the training, and the training that we provide brings those in together. We combine news with the technicals, throw in the psychology of trading, the market sentiment. That's how we are successful. I talked to somebody years ago and said, "Oh, I don't look at the news. I just do technicals." Well, guess what, pal? News moves the markets, right? And if you're trading options, now options have this time component to it. You're not buying an equity, and if you don't do something with this option, it's going to, expire on you, worthless. So this is not something you want to, buy and hold. You want to make sure that there's this movement coming up in the stock, the underlying stock. Otherwise, don't get into the trade, right? I'd rather not be in a trade wishing I was than to be in a trade wishing I wasn't. That's one of our mottos. But work with the technicals, moves, know what the news is, how the news works. Number 4, set realistic goals. Be happy, then stop trading. That's why I asked earlier, are you happy with $100 a day, $500 a day? Would $1,000 a day make you happy? Bear in mind, if you start trading with a $2,000 account, you're probably not going to make $1,000 a day. Is it possible? Yes, but unlikely. All right, if you start with, say, a $2,000 account, I don't think $100 a day is unreasonable at all, maybe even $200 a day. Okay, with a cash account, yeah, you can do that. It's not that hard. But set realistic goals. Log your trades. Use a spreadsheet, log your trades, your goals, all of that stuff, and follow it along, right? And then be happy. And once you hit your goals for the day, stop trading. I find that people keep trading. They're making money. They're making money. I was talking to a gentleman the other day, last week. He made 3 trades. I think he totaled, I want to say $750 for the day. 3 trades. He's very happy. And then he went all out. He bought 100 contracts on put options. And now he's suffering. And I asked him, why did you buy put options? And he gave me the most ridiculous answer. He said, because the stock was at the candles were at the top of the chart. The stock hit the top of the chart. I said, the chart can expand upward into infinity. There's no top of the chart. There is a bottom of a chart. SPY will never hit 0, but there's no top of the chart. It'll never hit 0 because then if SPY goes to 0, so there's no, but there is a 0. Companies can go bankrupt, I suppose, and it goes to 0 real fast, or they stop trading or whatever, but there's no top of the chart. And you didn't have any real reason to invest. I don't know what he put in, $30,000 or something into this ridiculous trade. Now it expires this coming Friday, so hopefully for him, the markets will come down a little bit, give him a little bit of money back, but he wasn't doing very well with it. But had he stopped trading after 3 trades, he would have walked away with the $750. He'd have been happy. His goal was only 500. So he was 50% ahead of his goal, and he didn't stop. He got cocky, right? Set realistic goals. Then once you hit it, stop, be happy. Number 5, never trade with money you cannot afford to lose. I know it's a little bit of a a little ironic. We're trying to make money, but but the reality is make sure it's not going to change your lifestyle should you blow up your account. It happens. Okay, it happens. It happens to the best of us. I can't tell you how many times I blew up my account, over the many decades, years, whatever. It happens to everybody. You blow up your account, you start over again. All right. It's easy to do with options, right? So always have, only trade with money you can afford to lose. Number six, use a trading log, a plan. Plan your trade, trade your plan, track it, monitor it. That's how you can turn $1,000 to $100,000 in a year by logging it, tracking it, follow along, use a log. Sometimes people say, "Oh, here it doesn't work. Your system doesn't work." They get all mad, right? They put their hands up like this. They get really mad at me. I said to them, "Oh, well, I'm not sure. What is it that doesn't work?" And they tell me things. I said, "Well, send me your log. Let me analyze it." And that's where the conversation stops. They don't have a log. I said, "Well, first of all, log your trades so we have something that we can discuss and I can go back and analyze what you did right, what you did wrong, where you could have improved. If you don't log your trades, how can how can we talk about this, right?" So plan your trade, trade your plan, log everything. Here's another good tip. I learned this all from the trenches. This is the real stuff. Yeah, you don't get this anywhere else. After every trade, good or bad, wait a little bit. Don't just jump right back in again. Okay, because your emotions are charged, either positive or negative. All right. Emotions belong, in your love life, not on the stock market. Okay. Wait until your emotions, celebrate the little victories that you have. Hey, I just made $120 today. That's pretty cool. Just wait a bit. You don't have to jump into trade right away. You feel like you're missing out. You feel this FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. What's the other one? YOLO. You only live once. Don't get into this stupid feeling that, you're going to throw it all in and make a lot of money. And you're going to keep doing that until you lose. You blow up your account. It happens all the time to the best of traders. So keep these emotions in mind. Let your emotions settle, good and bad. Now you see, what do I have left? What do I have to trade with? Okay, make educated trades. Make intelligent trades. Better to have quality than quantity. Wait a bit after each trade, good or bad, let the emotions settle. Number 8, markets change, go with the flow. The markets owe you nothing. If the market took some money away from you, it doesn't owe you that, all right? If you made a bad trade, bad decision, the market simply turned on you, whatever. Don't take it personally, nothing personal about it. Try and establish the flow of the market. That's where we look at things like, where's the market going to go next week? Where's the seasonals? Where's all these things? Trying to get a feel for which way the markets are going to go, right? That's kind of what we're doing there. Number 9, always keep learning, all right? This is, after you take these courses, this is where the learning starts. This isn't where it ends. It just starts here. All right. And listen to your mentors. We're here to help you. Again, going back, example, paper trades, always keep learning, get into the trading room. That's really where it's all, where it happens. And with all of that, the learning continues. The more you learn, the more you absorb, the more you experience, the better, simply put, the better trader you're going to be. These are really good tips, folks. All right, seriously, take these to heart. I think you're going to, you're going to do well with these tips. All right. And I don't know of any other program that teaches you this kind of stuff. I mean, some of them they poke at them, but as a rule, these seem to work well for me, and they work well for a lot of other people. They should work well for you too. So, all right. Any other quick questions I can answer before I move on here? Okay, if you got the bread and butter workshop, please contact customer service at DayTradeSPY. All right, customer service at DayTradeSPY. Tell them you took the course. Where is the recording? It should have been sent out along with the trading log, and I believe prop checklist, probability of profits checklist. Okay, you should have that. Okay, Schwab Thinkorswim is available only in the USA. Yes, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Diarani, good to hear from you. They don't have that anymore in Canada. although I heard that Tasty Trade is supposed to be going there Q2 from last I heard. We'll see what happens. I think we passed Q2, maybe Q3. I should check in with Tom Sosnoff on that because Tasty Trade is written by the same people as Thinkorswim. Great program. All right, is it realistic to make 1K, 1 million from 5,000 in 9 months? Is that 1,000? And yes, $1,000 from 5,000 in 9 months. Yes, $1 million. Not realistic. I think that's a little bit of a challenge. When do you think you're going to start the next 2 to 10K challenge? Jeff, a good question. I don't know. Probably in the next couple months. I think probably in September we're probably looking at that to go with that again. So, all right, programs are great. Thank you for that, Mark. Okay. All right. All right. I think with that we're going to call it a day, folks. Thank you all for joining us. Listen, as always, it's been a real pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the evening tonight, and hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
And the sun, be great at what you do, give it all of you, and trust the process and keep your eyes on the prize. I can tell you